Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Duggars and Diggettes, it is your man Stack908 aka the Dig Dugger himself, and today we're looking at Monster Hunter World, and it's the appreciation celebration going on, I think. However, the thing that you need to take away from this is that now Great Fat Jagras is gone. Okay, we used him to farm for decorations. It was fun. People did it hundreds of times. I had a friend who done it. He's literally done it hundreds of times and didn't get a single attack gem. It's what he always wanted. It's what he always wanted. However, the reason why we fought Great Jagras was because he was the most fought monster, i.e. the most bullied, if you will. Granted, then again, it makes sense. He's the first monster you see, so people who don't even play the game consistently, if anything, if you play the game at all, for any measure of real time, you've at least fought him once. You probably fought him once, said this game sucks, then threw the game away. That's fine. That one fight counts towards the overall goal. Regardless, Lavasioth is on the other side of the spectrum. He is the least fought monster in all of Monster Hunter World. And truth be told, there's a very good reason as to that. He just sucks. I mean, like, there's nothing about him that you need. You can completely beat this game without even seeing this guy. My sister has yet to fight this monster, believe it or not. His armor is abysmal. His weapons 100% outclassed, like super outclassed, like not even worth even looking at. It's to the point to where there's no real reasons why he's even here. And then also the fight itself isn't the greatest thing since sliced bread, but he is the least fought monster, so that's why we fight him now, tempered to get decorations. The same scenario as last time when you fought Great Jagras. What he would do is he would get real fat, regurgitate, shinies would hit the floor, then you would pick them up. Well, my man right here, he goes into the lava pools, jump back out, lava spews everywhere. Outside the lava, once it hardens up and everything, shinies right there, pick them up, boom, decorations. For the most part, the same ordeal. I mean, it's a very easy fight. It's Lavasioth. If you ever fought him before, in this game anyway, it's not too difficult. The only thing you have to really watch out for is when he charges up the big fat like lava bubble that he throws out. It hits very hard. If you're hit with it directly, you're almost guaranteed to cart. So for the most part, when you come to fight him, it's not so much is he gonna be able to be beaten, it's so much are you going to be able to withstand what he actually has, because he's gonna be beaten. He's not a very difficult fight. The only real thing I would actually say you need to fully understand when you go into fighting him is how his magma armor works, which was a stolen mechanic from Ignator in the 3 series, or the 3rd generation, whatever you want to call it. He was also in Generations as well, but it's a mechanic from a different monster who debuted in the 3rd generation. Regardless, the thing is, if his body is outside of the lava for long, it will harden up, and making it harder for you to actually access his body parts to actually do the damage to him, to beat him upside his head. So what you have to do is heat it back up. Either he can heat it up himself, you can bring fire weapons. If you bring fire weapons, it will heat his body for you. Now, I would recommend, if I were to bring a fire weapon that actually has either innate Mind's Eye or using a set that actually has Mind's Eye to do so. But speaking of Mind's Eye and sets and whatnot, I'm going to use the set that I used to actually fight this man right here. It's not a super omega set. Honestly, it's a very straightforward set. It's an attacking base set. It's not a fire base set. It's just water. It's currently what I'm wearing right now, and it goes as follows: Handicraft 5, Agitator 4, Water Attack 3, Weakness Exploit 2, Focus 2, Heat Guard, Capacity Boost, Mind's Eye, and Protective Polish. Now, there's a couple other skills in there, but I'm not really going to mention them because they were just skills that just happen to be there with the set that I'm wearing. They're not actually part of the full-on set that I was actually making. Only the skills that I actually mentioned were ones that were intended to actually be on there. But speaking of armor sets and things like that, when you beat him, you actually get layered armor. That's right, you get the Beetle layered armor. So if you ever decided to never wear the Hornitar armor but thought that it would be pretty cool to dress up like one, well, there you go. You actually get access to that. It's actually pretty easy to do. It's like 3 tickets to get all day, so it's no big deal. Fight him a couple of times, maybe once or twice if you use a lucky voucher, and you'll be able to get the tickets you need to actually make that layered armor if you just so happen to want to do that. But for the most part, that's, I kid you not, like, I really wanted more to say about this monster in this video, but there really isn't too much else to say. If you actually want to know more about actually how to fight the Lavasioth, there will be a link in, no, we've graduated from that. There won't be a link in the description. You can click here on the little eye icon on the screen, and it'll send you to a video where I tell you how to fight Lavasioth. I forgot we could do that now. Shout out to YouTube for upgrading things. But yeah, that's that. honestly though, if you don't want to do that, let me break it down for you real quick. Like, Lavasioth is a monster who is very prominent in fire. He's a monster who's actually brought to you guys through Monster Hunter Frontier, which is the online multiplayer game. Like, massive online, open massive? What does MMO stand for? Massive multiplayer online. That's right, yeah. Anyway, that game, the online Monster Hunter game, Monster Hunter Frontier, if you will, regardless. A second generation monster who then made his way over to the consoles. He's kind of been here ever since, and he's essentially a Lavasioth that just likes to be on fire all the time. He's a fire fish. The thing with him though is that his hip checks aren't as broken as what they used to be. His main thing was that he was essentially a Lavasioth just in fire. He didn't necessarily have like a beam. He actually spat out his lava balls. Lava balls? They're balls of lava. Yeah, lava balls. They're not quite fireballs. They're not on fire. Anyway, and fighting him is actually a very easy enough thing to do. Like I said before earlier, you want to make sure his body stays nice and hot. If you do that, you will actually be able to attack him more efficiently. If you can't, again, use weapons that actually have the fire element. I know it sounds a bit odd to do so, using fire element to actually fight a fire monster, but in his particular case, you kind of want to use it so that way you can heat up his body to actually deal real damage to his body. Now, his main weakness is water, no big guess there. If you want to do the most damage to him, you want to actually hit him in the head or in the stomach. Now, to do so, again, want to heat his body up. If you don't have a fire weapon or you just feel like using a fire weapon isn't just your kind of thing, you can wait for him to actually go up underneath the ground, either just under the ground for free or in the lava pools, because both of which will actually heat his body up. Or you can actually use slinger torches that you find along the ground and actually hit them on certain spots of his body to heat it up. So, if anything, I would actually shoot a couple of those at his head, maybe soften that up so that way you can actually do the most damage you can possibly do to him, bar none. Now, his armor and things like that, again, like I said earlier, nothing to even, just don't do it. Not really here to actually grind him for his gear. You're really here to grind him for the decorations he gives you, so that way you can actually get really dope skills. I am not gonna grind him because, I mean, he's an annoying monster to fight. Great Joggerus, he's easy enough to fight. The only thing you have to really worry about is that the fact that he had lots of tremors and he had high-grade earplugs. Well, I say that, but he had high-grade roars, so you need high-grade earplugs, or earplugs 5. Gosh, I'm such an old Monster Hunter player, I don't even use the numbers, I just call the skills out. Anyway, you would need that, and you'd also need tremor resistance to deal with his madness. In this one, you don't really need any of that. The only thing you would kind of need is heat guard, or just bring a cool drink. So I guess in a sense, in terms of madness and faffery, he's a little bit easier. And also, I've actually had a lot of chances to actually beat him within 7 minutes or less. So kind of faster to do than Joggerus, because Joggerus was kind of healthy, truth be told. So who knows, maybe if you didn't want to fight Joggerus because it kind of felt like it took a little bit too long and the monster was a bit more dumber than you would like, maybe fighting Lavasioth might actually be the thing for you in order to grind him out. Like I said before, he isn't too difficult to fight. His armor is really worth it. The decorations come out almost just as easily, but I will say this though, at the end box, for the most part, I've had more success getting more decorations out the box than I did with Joggerus. So that's pretty much it for you guys. So if anything, he is a decoration farm quest. So if you actually want to farm more decorations, you feel like you still want to get your attack decoration, do this quest, do it as many times as you need to fulfill that need, and then hopefully you'll come out lucky with it. Me, like I said, I'm not really going to mess with it too much more. The only real decorations I actually still want are like Iron Wall or Artillery, but it doesn't seem like I'm getting any of those because it just takes far too long. However, if you do grind him for hours and hours and hours in, and you find yourself without what you want, take those same decorations you got for free, those same 30+ decorations you got per quest, and take them over to the Melder. I've had more success in the Melder after doing a whole hour or 2 hours of grinding Great Joggerus than I actually had grinding Great Joggerus himself. So if you really want to actually get that skill, that decoration, the attack jewel, grind my man. If you don't get it, go to the Melder, and that's your best bet. But with that being said, everyone, it's been your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dug himself. There's a bit more video left. I'm sure you guys could just watch it. Watch me struggle with Charge Blade. I'm trying my best to learn new moves. New year, new me. Literally, I'm doing a whole lot of things new. I'm not releasing any video unless I actually like it. I'm actually liking what I'm doing right now. Granted, it's still a far cry what I actually want to actually do. Don't you guys worry. The video format now is very similar to what we've always had, but I assure you, I'm going to change it up drastically for you guys. That's my dream. My dream is that drastic change, and once we get to that drastic change, you will see, and you'll be like, dang, Dak, you really done did it. I can't believe my man did it, but you done did it. And I will feel better knowing you guys actually like the content even that much more, because it would literally be me putting in so much work, more work than I've ever could have hoped to actually put into a video. And it'll be godlike, trust me, it will be godlike. But yeah, goodbye again. Oh look, the video's over. Take care, and may the desire sensor forever be in your favor, because you're gonna need it if you're farming decorations from a man right here.